got to do a better job protecting, and we got to run the ball. They're very fast, and John Stevens not able to scramble. And so we've got to do some things to take some pressure off of him, and running the ball would be a great thing to do in the second half. We got to take this opening kickoff and get some points out of it.
All right, Coach, thanks so much. Good luck. Craig?
Thank you, CT. It's a pretty simple formula. There's nothing really complex about it. Got to give John Stephen Jones more time, as he said, and they have to be able to run the ball some as well. They had moments where they did that in the first half. Meanwhile, Manvel has just been lights out in terms of what they've done defensively and the big plays on offense. This kickoff is going to go out of bounds, so Highland Park will get it at the 30-yard line. So the defense for Manvel has really fallen on several different guys, Shea Walker.
Well, again, we talk about the pressure, but you see the number of sacks there, Craig, and it has just been relentless. Pettiscal has been
kick out of bounds. Always spotted on the 30-yard line. First down, Highland Park.
Roberson and DePriest Taylor, all of those guys with 2 sacks in the first half, and you have that kind of success. And where we saw Highland Park be able to be more efficient was when they would actually get Stephen or Jones to get out of the pocket, not stand back there and just let everything go away and have him scramble around. Get him out on edge, give him an opportunity to locate some of those targets downfield.
Scott Stark from the 30. And John Stephen Jones. And how about some misdirection on first down to Paxton Alexander churning upfield. It'll work for about 6 yards before Corey Roberson can make the tackle. So second down and 4 for Highland Park. So that might be one thing, Shea, just to do some different things. We just saw something a little bit different there, just to try to throw Manvel off balance a bit.
Well, it's the defense. I mean, if you see a big, aggressive defense, you've got to find a way to attack them and create some angles and some space for your skilled players.
Quick pass this time. First down and a little more to Finn Corwin. And Brian Johnson forced him out of bounds, and that'll go for 8 yards and a first down.
We did see a little bit of that later in that second quarter, Craig, where John Stephen Jones was able to get the ball out quickly. And so he's not looking downfield, so it's a quick out route, it's a stop route, something that's happening in front of the defenders. Finn Corwin does a nice job of picking up the first down on that pass.
On the 43, Alexander was able to slice through a hole. And big running room for the senior running back, Paxton Alexander. Found a little alley and turned it into a 19-yard gain.
They'll give a lot of credit over there to Thomas Shellmeyer. Big left tackle, cleared it out. Paxton Alexander took advantage of the crease, and very good start to this drive.
Did you see how he slipped right as that hole was closing? Was just getting in right before the door slammed shut. Quickness there on display. And once more, this time it's going to be downfield, looking for and unable to connect with Corwin on the pass from Connor Allen. That's the grandson of head coach Randy Allen on that option pass, trying some trickery there, and Randy's grandson unable to complete that pass going downfield.
I really like the aggressive play calling right now, coming out by the Scots. Finn Corwin not able to get underneath that pass. Would have been a big play.
Second down and 10. This time it'll be Jones to throw. And almost picked off. I think it took Jermaine Brown by surprise. It was right there in his hands. Incomplete, and it brings up third down, and he knows he missed a golden opportunity there.
Well, we've seen him, Jermaine Brown, putting pressure on the quarterback coming from the sides, and that time he drops back into coverage, and I don't think John Stephen Jones is expecting him to be there because he's been in the backfield all first half as he drops back into the throwing lane. Now it's 3rd and 10 for the Scots.
Yeah, and a little bump there right on the tail end of the play. I don't think Jermaine Brown expected the football to be there. Now 3rd down and 10, but a flag goes down, and it'll be a false start.
False start. Highland Park, number 88. 5-yard penalty. Remains 3rd down.
Yeah, it's on Cade Sawstead because I think the play was going to go to Cade Sawstead.
Looked like he maybe get just it is just an eyelash off. Take a look at the top of your screen there, and
might have wiggled a little before because we saw the flag being tossed as he went back stationary again. So after an excellent start to this drive, Scots now have backpedaled, and it's 3rd down and 15. Jones going deep, looking for Sawstead. The catch. Kate Sawstead comes down with a football at the 10-yard line. 33 yards on 3rd down and 15. Talk about making up for a false start.
Well, he did such a great job of getting off the ball. Trent Gordon is not in bad position, but Sawstead is so big, so agile, and fast as he gets down the sideline. He did a great job of towing the sideline after he got off of press coverage, and a beautiful ball by John Stephen Jones right over the top of the defender.
1st and goal for Highland Park. Option toss outside. Alexander, touchdown. 3rd and 15 for 33 yards. 1 play later, Paxton Alexander touchdown. Opening drive of the 3rd quarter, critical, and Highland Park scores.
Well, and a very nice job here by Paxton Alexander. All the defenders were outside thinking he was going to continue to go wide. He had a crease. The second time that we saw him on this drive, first with the run, but now on that pitch and the option. Great job of getting it in his own, using your eyes, take the vision down the middle, cut it right back across. Outstanding.
Highland Park uses a timeout here. It'll be interesting to see if Randy Allen wants to go for 2 to make it a 3-point ball game as you look at Paxton Alexander taking it in. I go back to what Randy was telling C.T. Steckel at the half when he said, we've got to give John Stephen, as he said, more time. And he said, we've got to run the football. And we just saw Alexander do that. He had a 19-yard run earlier on the drive. So 2 big runs for the touchdown. And it's an impressive scoring drive for Highland Park in 90 seconds to move it 70 yards in 7 plays.
And if you're Randy Allen and the Highland Park staff, you could not ask for a better start to the second half.
Now let's see what the Scots want to do. It looks like Highland Park. Let's see if they go for 2, or that's what they're going to do. Teo Cordray was standing there with the tee in the hand, but he's coming back to the sidelines. So Highland Park did use a timeout, and they will go for 2 to try to make this a 3-point deficit. See what's dialed up here for the Scots.
Interestingly, they have the ball spotted right in the middle of the field.
Option again. Late toss. This time it's in. Connor Allen, grandson of the head coach. 2-point conversion. Scots within 3.
Nice job and patience there by John Stephen Jones. When you run the option, you've got to get it all the way to the defender. You don't want to kick it out too soon. He took it all the way down, right where Trent Serrato was waiting for him. Executes the pitch. Connor Allen does the rest.
Highland Park right back in this football game. The field goal before the half important. Now a touchdown and a 2-point conversion, and it's a 21-18 ball game.
Well, how about the big play? Getting that pass, that 33-yard pass on 3rd and 15. Sawstead, I mean, what a weapon. He came into the game with 75 catches, over 1,300 yards, 19 scores. He's just a big-time, game-changing type player.
Let's go down to the Highland Park sideline to C.T. Steckel.
Well, guys, like many of us, Connor Allen remembers the first time he cried at the end of a football game, the day his grandfather's team lost a state title game. But 10 years later, he's hoping to erase that memory. This past summer, Randy Allen's son, Zach, who played quarterback for his dad at Abilene Cooper during the early 1990s, moved his family to Dallas. And that meant Connor could suit up as a Scot and play for his grandfather, the man they affectionately called Coach. No surprise there. Connor wasn't guaranteed a thing, though, when he showed up. In fact, he had to diversify his skill set and prove he was worthy of the playing time. And he performed to the tune of over 5 yards a carry this season and 12 scores. Tonight, guys, the entire Allen family making memories that will last a lifetime.
Well, you said it, C.T., and yeah, the grandson did it. And this is the game that C.T. was talking about that Connor Allen first shed tears about 10 years ago. Garrett Gilbert and Lake Travis. Gilbert to Cole Wallop downfield for the touchdown. Cavs were up 9 in the fourth quarter. Down 2 late in the game. Highland Park trying to convert a 4th down. Pass dropped there at Floyd Casey Stadium in Waco, and Lake Travis held on for the first of its drive for 5, the 5 consecutive state championships. And that was in 2007 when Lake Travis, coached by Jeff Dykes at the time. Then, after that, more success for the Cavaliers in that drive for 5 afterwards. And of course, current head coach Hank Carter was the coach on the end of the drive for 5 after Chad Morris, who's now the new head football coach at Arkansas, coached Lake Travis to a couple of back-to-back state championships. Left first for Tulsa, then for Clemson as an offensive coordinator, then at SMU, and now the head coach at Arkansas. And then Hank Carter taking over from there, and he'll be on the sideline for Lake Travis tomorrow. Well, Coach Carter, as Lake Travis goes in the 6A Division II state title round. But back then, they were 4A schools and beat Highland Park and Randy Allen 2 years removed from the Scots' 4th state championship overall, which was Allen's first with the team.
The most impressive thing to me, Craig, about the drive for 5, it was done with 3 coaches. I mean, it just that defies almost everything that you would think of a team being able to pull that off with 3 different head coaches.
Excellent point. Cam Scott back out there on the field, and Scott on the kickoff return. 22-yard return there. So Scott, who was banged up as reported by Sarah Merrifield in the first half with that hamstring, back out there and return the kick, and the ball's at the 22-yard line, and that's where Manvel will have the football for the first time in this second half. Highland Park right back in this football game. And now how do the Mavericks respond? And for that matter, how does the Highland Park defense respond?
Well, it'll be interesting to see what the Scott defense, changes that they've made, adjustments that they've made at the halftime.
Mason Martin to the air and caught by Scott and wrapped up right at the line of scrimmage, maybe just beyond it, as he does move it out to the 25, so it's a gain of 3 yards.
Nope, bubble screen, but that Highland Park defense doing a nice job of closing down, coming in and making sure that he's got nowhere to go. Managed
to fall forward for a pickup of 3 yards, and on second down over the middle, that pass incomplete behind Warren Laster, the intended target. Manvel, that had been asked a few times, where's Manvel? Because the program hadn't been around that long down in Brazoria County, south of Houston. And yeah, they're state track champions in 2015. Of course, they played in the state football championship, lost to Aledo back in 2011. So it's their second appearance in the title round. Third down. Martin under some pressure now. The Scots unable to stop it, and Kason Martin tucks it in and picks up 9 yards at a first down.
Well, what a gutsy run. He's got negative yards rushing on the season, as you might expect from a quarterback, probably getting sacked, but does a great job of picking up a first down right there.
They go quick tempo now with a handoff to Garrison Johnson. Pushes forward for a pickup of about 3 yards. Meanwhile, there's some tumbling going on way downfield between a Scott and a Maverick, and it's quickly broken up. Jalen Preston was involved in it for Manvel.
Yeah, him and Grayson Serio got all tangled up, and they went on well after the play, and they were 35, 40 yards from the play.
Second down. Martin, the double move downfield, looking for Scott, can't pull it in. It's wide of the mark, out of bounds, and it brings up third down. Third down coming up is Cam Scott, senior, been in and out of the lineup with the sore hamstring, but back out there for Kirk Martin's ball club. Third down and 7. from the corner is Denarius Prince. Upfield and a first down.
Oh, what a great block by Jalen Preston coming back. He allowed the receiver to pick up the first down.
And there is a Scott down all the way across
like
the
James
field.
Herring.
The senior safety.
Yeah, he took a wicked shot. Jalen Preston's a big guy, 6'3", 212 pounds. You'll see it right there. And Herring just doing everything he can, selling out, trying to bring Denarius Prince down before he gets out of bounds. And I think the combination of that and the hit and the block by Jalen Preston.
And hitting the turf, too, as you'll see here. That hit and then that hit down. So the attention there being paid to James Herring. So the training attention being paid now to Highland Park senior strong safety James Herring here in the third quarter of the 5A Division I state championship.
As children, we learn sports and games are just fun. It's a chance to be wild, to join a team, to run. As great sports live on, nothing makes us feel more alive than cheering as one. In Texas, we got sports everywhere. So turn the game on and join the fun. This is your wake-up call.
All right, now we got something.
This is what happens when game
We're divas. We're extra.
recognizes game.
So we're the Brock Osweiler, Tom Savage, back to Osweiler, and Savage, and Sean Watson.
What?
These guys sleep and eat everything sports.
I'm glad you're on my team.
Maybe it's just an obsession.
Does LeBron know that you're obsessed with him?
First things first. Weekday mornings on FS1. Due to time constraints, we now move ahead in our coverage on Fox Sports.
A couple of occasions they were down 11 at the half, pulled to within 3, then went down 10, pulled to within 3 again, and now down by 10 again.
And you said this correctly. There's still a minute and 4 seconds left in the third quarter. All the fireworks are happening here.
Ways to go from the 9. Oh, wow. Big pop that was. Finn Corwin is all right. He's at the 19-yard line.
Adrian Artie, senior running back on special teams. Running back wearing number 88, but listen to this.
There's a big hit right there. Highland Park will have the football. Cason Martin comes off that big touchdown pass, and with more on him and the Martin family, here's Sarah.
Thanks, guys. Yeah, Coach Martin is a huge family man, and Cason is his son, the quarterback here on Manvel. But he has 3 boys and a girl. The girl is the volleyball player, and arguably, Coach Martin says that she wants the state championship more than anyone else in the family. But for Coach and Cason, it's great to see how alike they are. You can really see that on the sidelines when they're talking back and forth and talking football. But he is truly a coach's son, and they even give the same pregame speeches without even knowing it. But they're really enjoying this game together right now, guys.
All right. Thanks very much, Sarah. Definitely going to enjoy it when you have the lead as they've had. And they've led throughout, although Highland Park's continue to strike back, pick up 3 yards there, and on second down and 7. Jones will be sacked. DePriest Taylor got him. That's sack number 8 for Manvel tonight.
Well, DePriest Taylor did not come at the snap. He waited, he paused just for a second. He saw the big opening in the middle line of scrimmage, and a couple guys pulling out, straight line to John Stephen Jones, and brings him down for another sack.
That'll be the end of the third quarter of the UIL 5A Division I State Football Championship. Manvel, 12 minutes away from its first state title. Highland Park will try to overcome a 10-point deficit to make it back-to-back state championships here on Fox Sports Southwest.
best time of the year just gets better at Main Event with our Winter Fun Fest. All-you-can-play activities for just $18.95. This is your chance for family bragging rights on bowling, billiards, laser tag, and more. Wintertime is fun time at Main Event. So hurry in for a Winter Fun Fest and find out who's got game in your family. Head for fun. Head for Main Event. Fun up your holidays. Enjoy a full day of fun for less than $20.
Hurry, it's the final days of the Ford year-end sales event. It's your last chance of the year to get our best offer of the year. 0% financing for 72 months, plus an extra $1,000 cash back across a full lineup of Ford cars, trucks, and SUVs. So hurry and save big on America's best-selling brand.
It's the final days of the Ford year-end sales event. Now current owners get 0% APR for 72 months, plus $2,000 cash back on a 2017 F-150 at your best in Texas Ford dealer.
Pride. You can't help but feel it when you see their hard work pay off. At Texas Farm Bureau Insurance, it's a pride we share as parents, neighbors, and Texans. That's why we're proud to be an official sponsor of the University Interscholastic League. Texas Farm Bureau Insurance Companies, protecting Texans since 1952.
When an injury keeps you from being active, you want one place that has the expertise to care for all your orthopedic needs. As the largest not-for-profit healthcare system in Texas, Baylor Scott & White Health is ready to care for you as a whole person. From athletic injuries to arthritis, you'll get personalized care from orthopedic specialists. So no matter where life finds you, today or in years to come, trust that we'll be there to care for you. To find a Baylor Scott & White physician, visit bswhealth.com.
In a city like Dallas, the color green stands for something more. It's a call to gear up and defend our core. It's raising the battle flag. It's training to the brim. It's skating with the big boys. And cheering to win. For 25 years and for 100 more, we are all green to the core. Watch Stars Hockey all season long on Fox Sports Southwest.
Help crown the Paul Bear Bryant College Coach of the Year while helping to support healthier communities. Go to BryantAwards.org to use your donation to help choose a coach that's an influence on and off the field. Plus, your vote helps fight heart disease and stroke. Log on now.
Cade Sawstead downfield with a catch. Jalen Preston won't be caught. Three-quarters in the books of the UIL 5A Division I State Football Championship. It is Manvel leading Highland Park 35-25. Gregway and Jay Walker along with Sarah Merrifield. And here's our Texas Farm Bureau Insurance game summary. You see the numbers there. Manvel with that big edge there. And the other member of our broadcast team, C.T. Steckel, down on the Highland Park sideline.
Well, guys, his teammates love him. They're inspired by him, and has nothing to do with the family that he comes from. John Stephen Jones won the Landry Award this year, honored as the best high school football player in North Texas. He's got offers from Arkansas, Texas Tech, but he's earning this on his own. When labeled the grandson of or the son of, he can accept his fortunate position, but when labeled a young man given everything in life, he's quick to respond. And guys, he loves the game. You can just see it in the way he plays, and I can tell you, this sideline right now believes he can will them to this victory.
Well, he can help himself and his team if he can convert a 3rd and 15 here. Back at the Highland Park 14-yard line to start the 4th quarter. And gonna go deep. Downfield, he's got Alexander. Paxton Alexander. One man to beat. Alexander inside the 10.
tracked down by Sakori Tolles, but not until Paxton Alexander made a huge catch. Great run. And how about the pass by John Stephen Jones? Rolls out to his left, stops right there behind the left tackle, drops it in over the top of the defenders. Alexander does the rest.
79 yards on that pass. And from 3rd and 15 from the Highland Park 14, it's 1st and goal at the Manvel 6. CT just said they believe. This time, trying to sweep outside to the goal line. Touchdown, Highland Park. In for the score, junior running back Benner Page.
Well, Paxton Alexander deservedly getting a break. Benner Page coming in, running off the left side, and the decision of when to make the cut up the field. Outstanding job blocking by Scully Genevine. Now, what a drive. And how about Highland Park, Craig? These conversions that they're making on 3rd down. The Solstead catch, excuse me, on 3rd and 15, a 33-yard grab. And Paxton Alexander coming up huge, changing the field position. Got it down in the scoring zone, and the Scots punch it in.
What a ball game. And we still have nearly all of the final quarter to play, and it's 35-32. Right now, let's check in with John Radigan with a message from our friends at Main Event, who proudly support Texas high school football.
Hi there, we're here with Corey Will. He's the Director of Marketing for Main Event Entertainment. And Corey, we're thrilled to have you as part of our UIL Championship coverage. Why the UIL?
Well, it's great for us. First of all, we're all about young families with kids. And what's exciting for us is those kids grow up and become young adults, playing football, involved in high school, cheerleading, and it's just a natural opportunity for us to stay involved with those families at a longer term.
Yeah, you build relationships with them like the one that we've built with you and with the UIL and with Fox Sports Southwest. It's a pretty good partnership, isn't it?
It's a great partnership. In fact, you know, we love supporting the UIL, and we really appreciate the support we get and the families we reach through Fox Sports Southwest.
Well, we're awfully glad to have you here this weekend and your support all season long as well.
This is fun for John Stephen Jones in Highland Park. They come right back, still trailing. Manvel has the lead 35-32, but what a ball game. John Stephen Jones, the quarterback of one of the most historic programs in Texas high school football history. Starts from total wins in UIL history. The one at the top of the list is Highland Park. More wins than any high school in the state. Amarillo, second, then Plano. Highland Park and Plano had a great rivalry in the 70s and 80s when they were both in the same classification. Temple, these are all historic programs. Win number 749 for March was on Wednesday night in capturing the 2A Division I state championship over Mercuria. So a lot of history, a lot of pedigree there. And Highland Park's trying to get win number 816, which of course would mean back-to-back state championships. Kickoff from Cordray. And who's going to bring it out? It'll be Preston. Hesitation. Now comes up. Flag goes down. Preston still on his feet. And he'll be wrestled down around the 16-yard line.
Illegal block in the back. Manvel number 16. Go to be half the distance. First down, Manvel.
A lot of this unraveled early. Only I got it, you take it, and you're going to see Warren Laster right here with that block in the back.
A nice job by the special teams coming down, staying in the lanes, and not allowing Jalen Preston, as you said, kind of fell apart at the beginning, trying to field it, trying to decide him or Cam Scott going to take it, and now the Mavericks are going to start scrimmage inside their own 5-yard line.
Well, it's going to be interesting to see here. This should be a lot of fun right here. See what Manvel can do from deep in its own end of the field. They've been able to hit Highland Park with deep shot after deep shot. And Martin Maybe looking for another one. There it is. Preston with only Herring to beat, and he will beat him. 95 yards, the longest pass play in 5A state championship history.
I think the Highland Park defense was staying with the outside receiver, Jalen Preston, lined up in the slot. Brings it back right to the inside, and he's gone. The quick strike.
Conversion is good. Back to a 10-point Manvel advantage.
I mean, this is the kind of shootout thing that we talked about. These two teams, both of them throwing haymakers at each other. Converting on 3rd and long, putting big plays down, having one-play scoring. I think that's the 3rd one-play scoring drive for the Mavericks in this game. And it's not that they're doing it from the midfield area. I mean, it's coming from all the way back, deep down in your own side. Man, that was just beautiful pitch and catch, and Jalen Preston taking it to the house.
I think we just got through saying they've been able to get deep shot after deep shot against Highland Park. They got another one. And great route running, great speed on the part of those Manvel receivers and taking advantage.
Cam Scott was the outside receiver. Jalen Preston was on the inside, and it just looked like the coverage was kind of just tending or leaning towards Scott. Preston took advantage of it, and give Casey Martin a lot of credit because he put the ball right on the money.
And still almost 11 minutes of football left. The 8-yard line. Corwin. Hard hitting it up to the 19-yard line, and that's where Highland Park will start. Well, this season, our Fox Sports Southwest High School crew has highlighted the most incredible plays from around the state each and every week. Now it's time to unveil the main event play of the year. We invite you to tune in Saturday evening between our two 6A state championship matchups to see which play is selected as the inaugural main event play of the year. Certainly an opportunity earlier. Jalen Preston's one-handed grab could have been a late addition to it.
We still got time.
Yeah.
Just under the bell, but you'll get it in.
Alexander trying to turn the corner and does. Nice first down carry. Picking up what looks to be about 7 yards near the 25. Well, let's call it the 25, not the 26. So bring up second down after that 6-yard carry. Still plenty of time left in this, the way Highland Park's been able to move the football, but they will also have to figure out how to get stops on defense. First things first, down 10, and now up the middle. This is Connor Allen. And a first down for the Scots, brought down by Brian Johnson. Johnson, another one of those seniors headed for Texas A&M.
Yeah, kind of would have liked the way that he was running wide. He puts the right foot down, plants it, takes it upfield. He knows he's going to take a shot coming across, but he's enough to pick up the first down.
From the 35. Again to Connor Allen. On a turn the corner. Oh, was he hit hard by Brian Johnson, who had just made the tackle earlier. They'll mark it as a loss of 2. Or maybe just a loss of 1 from where the officials now spot the football. But look at this play.
Greg, I got to tell you, with that single-digit number, and I know it's not the right number, but when Jerry Gray, University of Texas, back in the early 80s, used to close down on the run game, that was very reminiscent of how he would come down and just take the perfect angle from his safety position.
Second down and 11. Pass and a nice grab made out of the 40 to the 41-yard line. Grab made by Scully Genevine.
Genevine having a great game. Oh,
and he's down.
He's made some big catches.
Down right by the Highland Park sideline, brought down by Pettiscolo. We'll take another look at it as Scully Genevine, the senior. Nice grab. Hard to see anything in specific there.
Yeah, great job of using his hands going out. You can see where Pettisclo was coming over top, trying to rake it down. But Genevine is just, I'm impressed. Inside receiver. Doesn't get a lot of attention when you have Saustad and Finn Corwin, but doing a nice job of coming up with some big catches.
We got a timeout. Exactly 9 minutes remaining in the 5A Division I state championship.
There is no greater feeling.
There is no greater history. There is no greater excitement.
Experience. Thrill.
Pageantry.
Patriotism. Celebration.
There is no greater family tradition.
There is no greater dream.
There is no greater race than the Great American Race.
Celebrate the historic 60th Daytona 500. Guarantee your seats at 1-800-PIT-SHOP or Daytona500.com. Come on, let's go! The best time of the year just gets better at Main Event with our Winter Fun Pass. All-you-can-play activities for just $18.95. This is your chance for family bragging rights on bowling, billiards, laser tag, and more. Wintertime is fun time at Main Event. So hurry in for a Winter Fun Pass and find out who's got game in your family. Head for fun. Head for Main Event. Fun up your holidays. Enjoy a full day of fun for less than $20.
Hey, Texas! The prices are falling on chicken strip country baskets down at DQ. Right now, for just $4.99, you get 4 tender fried chicken strips, crispy golden fries, fresh hot Texas toast, and our creamy country gravy. Hey, at just $4.99, this deal is a slam dunk, only for a limited time at DQ. And this year, give them something they'll really flip over, a DQ gift card. Now that's what I love about Texas.
Pride. You can't help but feel it when you see their hard work pay off. At Texas Farm Bureau Insurance, it's a pride we share as parents, neighbors, and Texans. That's why we're proud to be an official sponsor of the University Interscholastic League. Texas Farm Bureau Insurance Companies, protecting Texans since 1952.
When it comes to your health, you want one place you can count on for comprehensive care. As the largest not-for-profit healthcare system in Texas, Baylor Scott & White Health has you covered. From immunizations to emergencies, it's all here, all under one name. So no matter where life finds you, today or in years to come, trust that we'll be here to care for you. To find a Baylor Scott & White physician, visit bswhealth.com.
It's College Spirit Nights with your Dallas Stars. This is the night your school gets the ultimate fan treatment at a Stars game. Go to DallasStars.com/collegespirit to check out when your school meets up to watch the Stars. Get discounted tickets and a custom Stars hat with your school's logo.
Your school, your night, our game.
Come out and show your school pride at a Stars game. It's College Spirit Nights with your Dallas Stars, so log on for dates.
This is your wake-up call.
All right, now we got something.
This is what happens when game
We're diesel. We're extra.
recognizes game.
DeHoyer, the Brock Osweiler, Tom Savage, back to Osweiler, and Savage, and Sean Watson.
What?
These guys sleep and eat everything sports.
I'm glad you're on my team.
Maybe it's just an obsession.
Does LeBron know that you're obsessed with him?
First things first. Weekday mornings on FS1.
Over on the sideline, Scully Genevine receiving some treatment there. Looks like they're looking at the left ankle after he made the grab and was taken down to the turf. It's 3rd down and 4 for Highland Park. The ball at the Scots 41-yard line. Alexander, the running back. John Stephen Jones will keep it himself. Upfield. And then slid down. Pettisclo came over. It's a move of the chains. That feet went down. He slid down. It's almost like he went down and the legs came back in like a slinky.
Well, design quarterback run. Only on a 3-man rush. And John Stephen Jones, the wise thing is going down once you get past the 1st down marker.
At the 46-yard line. Out to Sawstead. Kept his balance and then stepped out of bounds. Used the hand to steady himself and then kept moving forward down to the 39-yard line, a gain of 15.
What looked like a little bit of just maybe a quick out route pedestrian type play. Sawstead almost makes that a huge play for this Highland Park offense. 15 yards is big enough, but if he had held that balance just a little bit better, he would have been down the sideline.
From the Manvel 39. Jones will run again. This time picked up and driven to the turf by Brendan McDonald, senior defensive end. It is a gain of 6. And do you like how John Stephen Jones was selling like he was going to throw it to Sawstead and then tucked it back in quickly? That was nice.
The ball fake and the way, if you're going to mirror your game after somebody, I'm just going to go back to the Baker Mayfield comment. Not that you and I made this observation, but the defensive coordinator from Manvel, Kevin Hall, made that reference.
Well, he's thrown for over 400 yards, but that was a nice tuck and run there for John Stephen Jones.
Yeah, 6 yards, 7 yards on first down, 6.5. Take that all day.
This time to Alexander, trying to turn that corner. Does. First down. Trying to know a little hurdle. Went out of bounds. Highland Park with another first down. And Paxton Alexander in excess of 100 yards. Picks up 16 there.
Well, look at the big guys out front. You're going to see Matt Sewell and Thomas Shellmeyer, number 71, down there, just eating up blocks. Knocking down the blue jerseys like bowling pins. Alexander did a nice job of tightrope at the sideline, picking up those yards, converting a first down.
Jones looking to throw again. Right in the middle, the ball caught by Corwin inside the 10. Shy of another first down.
That's quarterback and receiver being on the same page. As John Stephen Jones is rolling out to his right, Finn Corwin just stopped where he was. And how about that catch? Goes up, controls it with his left hand, secures it with the right. Comes down to big play on first down.
So it's now second down. And just a little over a yard needed for the first. Jones this time to the end zone. Sawstead for the touchdown. They refuse to go away.
We've seen it in the second half, Craig. Whenever you see John Stephen Jones get outside the pocket, and that was a great design route. You had 3 receivers out in the left side of the formation, and he knew exactly where he was going with that ball. Sawstead comes up with another huge grab.
Cordray for the extra point to again pull Highland Park to within 3. (42-39) Manvel. 6:42 to go after the Jones to Sawstead touchdown.
There is no greater feeling.
There is no greater history.
There is no greater excitement.
Experience. Thrill.
Pageantry.
Patriotism.
Celebration.
There is no greater family tradition.
There is no greater dream.
There is no greater race than the Great American Race.
Celebrate the historic 60th Daytona 500. Guarantee your seats at 1-800-PIT-SHOP or Daytona500.com.
As great teams compete to be number one, nothing makes us feel more alive than witnessing that amazing moment
Back for the touchdown.
and cheering as one.
Still on his feet, surging for the end zone, and he scores.
In Texas, we have sports everywhere. So turn the game on and join the fun. Take your home teams wherever you go with Fox Sports Southwest and Fox Sports Go. city like Dallas, the color green stands for something more. It's a call to gear up and defend our core. It's raising the battle flag. It's training to the brim. It's skating with the big boys. And cheering to win. For 25 years and for 100 more, we are all green to the core. Watch Stars Hockey all season long on Fox Sports Southwest.
The 2017 UIL High School Football Championships are brought to you by Ford. Visit your local Texas Ford dealer. Ford is the best in Texas. By Dairy Queen. For the burgers, baskets, blizzards, and Tex-Mex we love, it's DQ. By Texas Farm Bureau Insurance, proud official sponsor of the UIL. By Baylor Scott & White Health. Find Dr. Wright right now. Visit bswhealth.com/doc. And by Main Event. Head for fun. Main Event Entertainment. Eat, bowl, play.
Manvel is still leading and trying to win its first state championship. Highland Park in search of its 5th state title. The first one came back in 1945. Highland Park and Waco in a 7-7 tie in front of 45,790 of the Cotton Bowl. Goat walk for Highland Park. Froggy Williams for Waco High. 13 years later in Port Arthur, actually 12 years in 1957, Jack Collins had a 26-yard run, and then they had to wait 48 years for the Band of Brothers team led by Matthew Stafford in 2005, and then last year Highland Park winning the defensive struggle over Temple 16-7. Of course, Randy Allen, the head coach for that 2005 and last year's state championship team. Interesting note, that 1957 Highland Park squad, it happened 60 years ago, playing Port Arthur down in Port Arthur, and team bus broke down and players had to jump in cabs to get to the stadium. Did so and went on to win 21-9. Brian Johnson on the return. Here goes Johnson. And down the sidelines, that's going to be Cam Scott, who takes it all the way in for the score and the touchdown. 97 yards. Wasn't it in the first half when Cam Scott was banged up?
Coach Martin told us about Cam Scott. He said he can suck the trash out of the stadium when he goes by you, and you understand why he said that. This top end speed, that long stride. University of Missouri is getting a great wide receiver and return man.
We've already seen the longest pass play in a 5A state championship game. We just saw the longest kickoff return. Cam Scott in the state championship. And just like that, back to a 10-point Manvel lead. Tremendous return for Cam Scott.
Oh, who they behind? Hey, we gotta get you on the stop, Tree.
And so now it goes back to Highland Park. Can they counter? And the key here also, Shay, is with every Manvel score, it pushes it back to a 2-score game. That's the problem that Highland Park is chasing. Because eventually, even if they come back score, they're going to have to get a stop.
Well, the one thing, too, that you kind of think about a little bit is for Manvel, your offense really hasn't had a lot of time to get into rhythm. You're not like a sustained drive. I mean, they're scoring so fast and so quickly that, man, if you have to put a drive together, are you going to be able to do it? Right now, leading by 10, certainly Coach Kirk Martin hopes that that's not the case.
This kick will go out of bounds. Highland Park will start from its 30. So, we've seen the quarterbacks be on display tonight. And look at those numbers put up. John Stephen Jones already with 43 attempts. That's a record, 430 passing yards. But in addition to that, you've seen Kason Martin come right back with 412 yards and 5 touchdown passes. We had the kickoff return for a score.
In each of these guys, Craig, very important to note, no interceptions. With all the passing yards, with flinging the ball, throwing it all over the yard, no interceptions.
Now time starting to become a factor as Highland Park is trailing by 10. And a fake back the other way, downfield for Sawstead, and he's wrapped up. That'll be 15 yards pass interference.
And Trent Gordon has had his hands full with Cade Sawstead, as have most of the defenders who have tried to play him man-to-man.
We'll see the 15 yards marched off.
But how about the moxie here? You talked about Randy Allen emptying the tank or emptying the bag. Another little pass play to Vertigo. So he's going to act like he's blocking down. He's going to break it back out to the flag. Clearly pass interference there by Gordon. Sawstead created space, got a step.
And that was Genevine on the pass. Now they'll go back to the ground. Alexander trying to surge through for a few yards.
Yeah, tough running by Paxton Alexander. He jumped up, made a couple of guys miss, spun around, and tough 3 yards.
So it'll be 2nd down and 7. But you see the time remaining. Less than half of the quarter remaining. And Manvel up 10 points. On the move. Downfield, pass caught, and a 1st down.
Wow.
Genevine.
Genevine back in the game. How about that? After the injury that he suffered, did a little work on the lower leg, and that's a nifty catch there on the sideline. He's running full speed. John Stephen Jones rolling out to his right through a waist-high pass. Genevine comes up with the grab.
Ball at the 37-yard line. 5:38 to go, and once more Highland Park chasing 2 scores. Alexander, and what a great play made. Slinging him down is Brendan McDonald. Loss of 5.
Yeah, Brendan McDonald doing a nice job of collaring Paxton Alexander. Good pursuit by the defensive end.
Second down and 15. Jones flings it out incomplete. Sawstead takes a hard hit. Pass thrown high and incomplete. Again, that's that battle. Trent Gordon and Sawstead going at it.
Yeah, Sawstead jumps at the ball's thrown to the inside. Gordon is coming like he's going to make a play on the ball and comes in with a pretty big collision there. And now 3rd and 15.
Crucial moment in this ball game. Highland Park, of course, needs to convert to keep it going. They're 9 out of 15 on 3rd downs today. Jones sets up the screen. Back to Alexander. This is going to lose yardage. Again, outstanding pursuit by the Manvel defense. How many times have we called DePriest Taylor's name tonight?
Did a great job of tracking the running back. Take another look as he closes down. It looked like it was good play design. Had Ben Boudreaux rolling over to the right side, but DePriest Taylor locking in like a honing heat-seeking missile, comes down and drops Paxton Alexander for a loss.
4th down, a critical moment for Highland Park. They've got to go for it on 4th and 20.
Yeah, throw the post route deep.
That's exactly what it's going to Sawstead all the way down the sidelines. Highland Park sideline looking for a flag. It's not there, and the football will go over on downs to Manvel. That's been the battle tonight with Gordon.
Well, you see Trent Gordon backpedaling, and John Stephen Jones gets good pass protection, gets it into the end zone. 2 defenders there, but the ball just past the reach for Cade Sawstead.
On a night full of big plays, you can probably guess what tonight's DQ big play of the game is. Mr. Cam Scott.
You know it. After the Highland Park Scots close the game to 3, all the momentum on their side. Cam Scott fields the ball. Gets great blocking by the special teams. That top end speed of his, so impressive.
So Manvel with the football and a chance to run out the clock now and hand off to Garrison Johnson, sweeping around the side. Net right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play at second down, but time, the big factor here, down to 4 minutes to go. And Manvel looking to keep it between the boundaries to keep the clock moving here.
And Casey Martin going all the way to the sideline to get the play call.
They'll take as much time as they can. And I'm sure probably head coach Kirk Martin, Dad, probably told him, we're running a lot of clock here. He wants him to run the clock down. They won't even break the huddle until close to 10 seconds on the play clock. Steady play by the quarterback, understanding the time and the situation. The handoff again.
Scott's defense continues to impress. Colby Hopkins, the first to make the hit. James Herring coming up with the tackle.
Highland Park using the first of its 3 timeouts here, and third down coming up. Obviously, Highland Park in a must-stop situation here. Of course, what a great game we've had tonight. A tremendous day, morning, afternoon, in tonight for state championship games. And coming up following the game, it's Ford Championship Live with Rick Renner, Coach Ken Purcell, Greg Tepper. Talk about this Manvel defense making its mark tonight. East Texas supremacy from Pleasant Grove High up by Texarkana, and of course Carthage. Carthage is Carthage. Back-to-back state titles. And a recap of what many are already referring to as Fantastic Friday. Been a tremendous game, but what a way to top all this off tonight.
And this is just one of those back and forth games, Craig, and we're big-time players making big plays. And again, we go back. If you look at the scores of the games for Highland Park, this is very indicative of how they've gone all season long. I mean, it's been a 10-point game, a 3-point game. They've always come out, without the exception of the first game of the season, they've come out on top. Right now they're trailing and desperately need to get a stop here on third down.
3rd and 11. Prince in the backfield, but Martin wants to throw. Downfield on third down, battling for the ball. It's incomplete. It stops the clock and brings up 4th down. Scott was the target. Zach Foltz, the senior safety, helping to break it up. That's a break for Highland Park, not having to use a timeout here. And it brings up 4th down.
Well, Foltz, along with Hudson Clark, both in on the play. Cam Scott, all 3 going up, makes the play on the ball. But as you said, Craig, incomplete. And more importantly for Highland Park, stoppage of the clock.
Remember, Highland Park has 1 timeout left. They used the first one prior to going for 2 in the 3rd quarter, and then called the second one a moment ago. So they have 1 remaining, and Manvel will punt, and Corwin has to signal for a fair catch. He does. The ball chasing him back to the 18-yard line, which is Highland Park, where they'll start after the 42-yard punt. They've got a long way to go and a short time to get there with 3:07 to go and down 2 scores. Well, you brought it up, Shay, with this tremendous day today. Afternoon action. And then this great game tonight. And maybe the best thing about the whole deal is we got 3 more tomorrow. 3 more state championship games tomorrow starting at 11 o'clock in the morning. What a wonderful event this is. 12 championship games in just over 100 hours here at AT&T Stadium. Jones to Sawstead and out of bounds. Quick hit. Didn't pick up a lot of yardage on it, but close enough to right by the first down marker and got out of bounds. Picked up 9 and 2nd down and 1. Trent Gordon giving Sawstead a little more space out there so as not to get beat deep. Jones gonna go deep, looking for Sawstead, got a step on Gordon, but the ball not there. He had gotten beyond it, and you see John Stephen Jones upset with himself.
I love that play call. Salstead is the wide receiver on the left-hand side. John Stephen Jones rolls out to his right. Salstead cuts across the middle, just on the diagonal, and he was open. He was behind the defender. That's why John Stephen Jones wants to have that pass back. If he just puts a little bit more air underneath that, Salstead be standing in the end zone.
Now it's going to be 3rd and a yard. Highland Park obviously has to convert on 3rd down, so they'll hand it off. And here's Allen on the carry. Clock will stop while they move the chains. The gain 5 yards out to the 27. Move the chains, stopping the clock to do that. Highland Park quickly in formation here. And now the ball made ready for play.
Well, Salstead took that play off. Now he's back in the game. Needs a little bit of a breather.
And Jones back to the air again with pressure coming. Got to get rid of it, and does. Out to Corwin, made the catch. Going to turn this into a big game. Out of bounds is Corwin. And a 1st down for Highland Park. Jermaine Brown ran him out of bounds. That went for 26 yards.
John Stephen Jones keeping the play alive with his feet and his vision downfield, knowing where to go. Finn Corwin is about the 3rd or 4th read on this play, but he does know where he is. He locates him when he can't find anyone else. Corwin turns it upfield for a big play.
So the ball at the 45-yard line.
So when we've seen Trent Gordon on Salstead, now we see Sakori Tolds, cornerback, switching over.
Manvel has taken a timeout. Kirk Martin wanting to let his guys catch their breath here. It was out of bounds anyway, so the clock was not going to move. So that's why he went ahead and took the timeout here to try to get his guys settled down.
Well, again, think about this now, the change. So Gordon has been on Cade Salstead all game, and now they're putting Tolds to come back over. Let's see what, I don't know, may even have Gordon back deep again, but they're trying to figure out a way to limit the range of where he can get to before John Stephen Jones can find him in the pass out.
Well, we told you 3 more games tomorrow. 1 more triple-header of 5A and 6A games beginning 11 o'clock in the morning. #1 team in the state, Aledo, in 5A, taking on College Station. That's the 5A Division II state championship game. Allen and Lake Travis. Allen #1 in 6A. Lake Travis, the defending state champions of 6A Division I. That's at 3. And then at 7 o'clock, somebody's going to win their first state championship. Either Midway High from Hewitt, just south of Waco, or Cypress Fairbanks. Cy-Fair for the greater Houston area. All tomorrow. Fox Sports Southwest. Fox Sports go out. On 1st down. Jones stepping up in the pocket. Downfield and open to make the catch is Smith. And Smith will get out of bounds. That one goes for 28 yards.
Paxton Alexander did an outstanding job of getting deep. When he gets deep, it allows Jay Smith to get on the underneath side of it. They completely lose him on the field, chasing down after Paxton Alexander. Smith is there, and again, John Stephen Jones, that downfield vision, knowing exactly where to go with the football.
At the 16-yard line now. Highland Park still has a timeout left, trying to get into the end zone quickly now. Here's Jones looking. Salstead. Did he catch it?
He's made
the catch. Yes, he did. At the 1-yard line.
Yes, ball just inside the 1-yard line. What a great route by Salstead. This guy's 6'5", and he's nimbly navigating the boundary line. Made a great effort coming back to get his hands on the ball. He knows he wasn't going to put it in a touchdown, but he did a great job getting it down inside the 1.
Right there. Hit the pylon actually with it, but 1st and goal at the 1. Jones, and across for the score. Still alive with 2:06 to go.
No doubt about this one. John Stephen Jones, knowing that they need to get the score quickly, gets hit by DePriest Taylor, but actually runs through that arm tackle, gets it into the end zone.
This to pull Highland Park again to within 3. With 2:06 to go, Highland Park does have a timeout if they don't recover the onside kick. But of course, that's the directive now.
Well, Sawstead making a great grab. Going down, and again, excellent route. Secures the ball. And clearly, he's not in the end zone. I mean, the ball is on the other side of the pylon. His thigh knocks it over. John Stephen Jones takes care of it in short fashion. What a great pitch and catch, though. And driving your team down the field, willing your way to another touchdown. And you say, hey, this isn't over. Let's go.
The 25,000 fans in attendance tonight have been treated to something special. An onside kick to come, and again, Highland Park down 3. Remember, they went for 2 way back early in the third quarter after being down 21-10 at the half. Scored. Randy Allen used a timeout. They ran the 2-point conversion play, got it, and so it's alternated between 3 and 10 points. The lead for Manvel since then. Well, it's at 3 now with 2:06 remaining. Onside kick to come. Cordray out there, and he does bounce it on the ground. That's in the air, and that's recovered by Highland Park. Guess who? Kate Sawstead.
I really like the way that the Scots set up that onside kick. Looked like it was going to go to the left. They kick it to the right. Kate Sawstead, that 6'5" frame. Going up. And what a great onside kick. It got 2 bounces. That one and then the big one right there.
The second one carried it to the 10-yard marker area and beyond. And Highland Park recovered. 2:06 to go in a timeout, or 2:05 left in a timeout. There's time certainly for Highland Park to get into field goal range to tie it. There's time for them to come down to win it. Jones to the air and incomplete. Trying to go outside to Carson Bryant.
Okay, we really need to talk about this offensive front for Highland Park. In the first half, you mentioned those 8 sacks, a record in this game, and it was only at the half. Second half, John Stephen Jones has not been harassed nearly as much. Up front, those guys have done a really good job of protecting him and keeping a clean pocket.
Second down and 10. Just now the game will get inside 2 minutes off of this play. Blitz coming for Manvel. And Jones, under pressure, sets his feet and is able to scramble. Did not get out of bounds and did not pick up the first down, I think. Depends on the spot.
Cameron Pettisclo made an outstanding open field tackle to keep John Stephen Jones in the field of play. Take a look at number 13 here at the end. He wants to go out of bounds. He comes in and clips him and drops him inside.
The clock is moving here down to 1:40 to go, and it is third down and less than 1. Jones to Alexander, sweeping around the corner. He did pick up the first down and got out of bounds. They had to do that. 92 seconds to go. Another look.
Tough physical run by Paxton Alexander. Protecting the ball, keeping it on the outside, lower the shoulder, and took a couple of big shots there. Didn't need to get a lot of yards, but he got enough for the first down.
Scott's still with a timeout remaining. Amazing numbers from John Stephen Jones. A UIL state championship record. And looking for more. But Manvel looking to come up with a big defensive play. Jones had to get rid of the ball, and he did.
Well, high pursuit was Corey Roberson, that junior defensive end. He ran a long way. You see John Stephen Jones, he patted him on the head.
Roberson looks a little winded.
He said, man, you're a big guy. I don't want you to catch up to me.
And got rid of it at the last moment. JSJ looks a little winded as well. Minute 23 to go. One timeout left. Second down and 10. Jones firing deep over the middle. It is almost caught and then almost intercepted. A couple of guys with an opportunity. First, Carson Bryant for the Scots. Then Trent Gordon on the coverage for Manvel along with Cameron Pettisclo.
Well, I like the idea of taking a shot here with 2nd and 10. Going down, Gordon there on the coverage. Carson Bryant, 6'1" senior, bounces off his right arm.
Now, Bryant wanted the flag, didn't come. This will be the 19th third down situation tonight for Highland Park. They're 11 out of 18. On third down, a flag down before they get going. And a false start apparently will cost the Scots 5 yards.
False start, Highland Park, number 71. 5-yard penalty, remains third down. Please put the clock at 1:16. 1:16.
Thomas Schellmeyer upset. He said, I didn't do anything, but there was like a little shimmy of the right thigh. Man. Now it becomes 3rd and 15, and Highland Park not in field goal range here. That Manvel defense trying to put together one last stand. Third down. Jones outside, incomplete. Look for Sawstead, and there was Sakori Tolles to knock it away. And Highland Park's final hope comes down to a 4th and 15 with 1:11 to go.
That's one of the first times, though, that we've seen a defender, Sakori Tolles, come in front of Sawstead. I mean, he did a great job of breaking on the ball. Very good play defensively by Tolles.
Randy Allen's going to use his final timeout. He said, whoa, it's the last timeout. You got to be sure. It's 4th down and 15. You have to convert this. Might as well use the timeout. No reason to take it with you at the end of the game if you weren't exactly sure of what you wanted to run on 4th down and 15. And Kirk Martin exhorting his guys. One more stop, he's telling them. One more down, one more play. That's how close they are to the state championship. One stop will do it for the Mavericks, who lead it by 3.
And 4th and 15 seems like an improbable conversion, but when you have John Stephen Jones and you have Cade Sawstead, Finn Corwin, Scully Genevine, you've got Paxton Alexander. I mean, they have all been successful, and they've all had pitches and catches over 15 yards, no problem. Now, obviously, we're talking about plenty of time left, minute and 11 seconds. The time's not the issue. It's just getting this conversion on 4th down.
And all those guys you mentioned, in some way, shape, or form, have been involved in a gadget play tonight. In some way or shape. Might we see yet another one here? See what Randy Allen has dialed up.
I think I go straight vanilla and give one of my playmakers an opportunity.
Well,
but we'll see.
4th down and 15. The season coming down to this play for Highland Park. And Manvel can close in on the title if they can make a stop here.
Sawstead lined up on the top of your screen.
4th and 15. Jones going deep, downfield, and it's caught and out of bounds. The catch made by Finn Corwin at the 11-yard line.
Cade Sawstead cleared the area. Finn Corwin still down. He's cramping on the sideline, but he ran the angle route, cut it back out to the side, and he didn't go flat. He got depth, which put him behind the defender, Brian Johnson, and a beautiful pass by John Stephen Jones for the 1st down.
28 yards on the pass to Finn Corwin, who then is hit and rolls right into the Texas Farm Bureau Insurance soft sign over there, and you see him trying. You're right, that's the sign of a young man trying to run off a cramp right there with the leg and trying to exhort his teammates and his fans. What a ball game. What an absolute classic. 1:05 to go. So clearly the Scots are in field goal range now where they can tie it. But they're thinking about winning this thing in regulation. So on 1st down and 10 from the 11. Jones will hand it off, and Alexander's wrapped up for a loss. Great play. Guess who? DePriest Taylor. He's made some tremendous stops tonight, and that's a loss of 5 yards.
Well, defensively again, Paxton Alexander tries to cut it back up the middle of the field, and DePriest Taylor right there to shut the door.
2nd down and 15 from the 16. You see the time remaining. Jones across the middle of Sawstead. Touchdown, Highland Park.
Dustin Quinney, excuse me, Cade Sawstead running an inside route. We've not seen him in the middle of the field working anything underneath. He works it underneath, and just a big body goes up, makes a great grab. Pettisclo cannot pull him down before he gets into the end zone.
An extra point to give Highland Park a 4-point lead. And with 34 seconds remaining in the ballgame, Highland Park has its first lead of the night. Now, several things at play here. First, Manvel has 2 timeouts remaining. Secondly, obviously they need a touchdown. And third, it'll be interesting to see what Randy Allen wants to do here because of what we've seen with special teams tonight for the Mavericks. An historic night. That's a historic night for John Stephen Jones. It's not over yet. Remember, Manvel's had so many quick drives, scoring drives. Meanwhile, Kason Martin wants one more shot. And we've seen Manvel do it with big plays. Again, 34 seconds to go. And the way this game has gone, I don't think anybody's ready to say it's over yet.
Nope. But the Mavericks do have to get a touchdown. That 4th and 15 play.
Shorter kick, but it is returnable. And out to the 28-yard line is Ladarius Owens. Well, what a night for John Stephen Jones.
He started off the game being harassed mightily by this Manvel defense. But when he started to use his legs, use his eyes downfield, play after play after play to keep his team in this game, giving him a chance. Cole Sawstead coming up huge. Love the slant route, that inside route. Outstanding throw. Put it right on the money.
And you see Stephen Jones getting emotional about it, but there's still time here. 29 seconds to go.
Kason Martin's got a big arm, too.
And he'll swing it out. Upfield is to Derek Prince. Prince up near midfield. As we said, there is still time. 21 seconds to play. Whitwood Winfield, the tackle, that went for 28 yards.
Really like that play call because that gets you down into the area where you need to be. If you have to throw the Hail Mary pass, at least you can get it to the end zone from here.
From the 50. Martin over the middle. It is caught. A 1st down. Jalen Preston. 14 seconds. And Manvel will use its 2nd timeout here with 14 seconds remaining in the ballgame. It's at just inside the 31-yard line. So this thing is still not done.
We don't want to say a lot of time left, but you look at 14 ticks on the clock, Craig, and 2 of these Manvel touchdowns came within 13 seconds.
Exactly. So they're certainly capable of scoring right now. Of course, last year, John Stephen Jones had all eyes on him in the 5A Division I championship game against Temple. And JSJ gave the Scots the lead in the third quarter. But it was the Highland Park defense making the difference. Temple with a 4th down near the goal line. Grandpa there, Jerry Jones, excited about it. And stopping Temple on 4th down, and then late in the game, the safety added on. Scots winning their first title in over a decade, 16-7.
So they're hanging on now. Manvel Mavericks back on the line of scrimmage.
14 seconds remaining. Martin going up the sideline, and that was caught out of bounds. Out of bounds by Jalen Preston. Manvel fans got excited for a moment, but it was caught out of bounds, and we'll get another look. It's down to 8 seconds remaining. Definitely out of bounds.
James Herring, great coverage there. Been in the right place. Nice grab there, but clearly out of bounds, as you said, and now 8 ticks.
Maybe 2 snaps left. Martin being chased, throws for the end zone, caught, and short of the goal line. The game is over. Highland Park has won the state championship. Jalen Preston tackled at the 1 by James Herring.
What a fitting way for James Herring to finish this game. Played from that safety position all game long and felt all the pressure, all the big plays go by him. And on the very last play of the game, when he needed to make a stop, he made it on the 1/2-yard line to keep Jalen Preston out of the end zone.
And you see the anguish on the face of Jalen Preston. Here's another look at how close this came. And look at the 2 quarterbacks embracing there. Incredible respect for one another. But here comes the looks at it. Look how close this is to Manvel winning the state championship on the final play. Caught it inside. Trying to get the push forward, tackled at the 1-yard line.
Hudson Clark, Marshall Ballard, 3 defenders there for the Scots, and Herring, he's the one who gets the body on body. Hudson Clark goes low, Zach Foltz in on the closeout. Big play defensively, and let the celebration begin.
If it's not the greatest state championship game in UIL history, and it might be, it is certainly the greatest finish down the stretch. Incredible finishes to what we've seen. Let's go down to CT Steckel, who's down there with Randy Allen. What a finish. CT.
Craig, thanks so much. Coach, you've been doing this a long time. Have you ever been a part of one like that?
No, this was right down the wire on both ends of the field. 2 great teams fought it out to the bitter end, and we made a lot of plays, and they made a lot of plays, and we came out by an inch or 2 or a yard to win it. So I'm so proud of our kids for fighting back and getting us back in the game.
What can you say about the heart of John Stephen Jones?
Well, he's magic. I've been saying this all along. He can escape. He's a leader. He competes. He finds the play, you know, the open receivers. He makes runs when he has to. But the bottom line, he competes, and he's magic.
Have you ever seen a team as fast as Manvel in your life?
No, I haven't. I hope I never do again either.
Hey, Coach, last thing. This senior class, they did something real special for you. What does this moment mean like to share with them?
Well, back-to-back is very, very difficult to do, and they did it. And a lot of people didn't give them a chance to do it, but they fought back, and they did it. And they did it against great competition, too. You look at the road that we came through to get here and the people we beat to win the championship, and they were some of the best teams in the state.
Coach, you are all class, and you do this the right way. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Craig?
Always a man of composure and under control. And if you keep your head about you and your wits about you after a game like this, you are the model of composure and class. Randy Allen's always been that. And it's an absolute classic, a thrill, an incredible game, an incredible finish.
Well, in big play after big play, when it had to happen for both of these teams. Highland Park closes the gap to 3. Cam Scott races down for the return. They come back now. Highland Park, they never gave up. They kept fighting. They converted on 4th and 15. And then Cole Solstad ran the route, that little skinny post route. Cade Solstad, excuse me, ran the route, and the pass was perfect. And I'll tell you what, Craig, look, this Manvel defense was ball hawking in the first half. Offensive line play by the Highland Park Scots got a lot better in the second half, and that gave John Stephen Jones opportunities to locate guys, look downfield. And you talked about the Instant Classic. I'm kind of going back a little bit, and I know you'll remember this. Dustin Quinney to Andre Williams.
2002, Commerce Judson
against Midland High.
Hail Mary, 33-32, great game.
Last play of the game, but I would certainly say, yeah, there's coach and son there.
As heartbreaking as it is for Kirk and Kason Martin, a tremendous ride for those two. And it is heartbreaking if you're on the losing end, and Jalen Preston knows he was that close, 1 yard from it being a Manvel celebration for a state championship. Well, I don't think there's any doubt who the offensive MVP is going to be. That's still to be announced, but the guy we think is going to get it, John Stephen Jones, down on the field with C.T. Steckle. C.T.
Craig, thanks so much. 564 yards, 4 touchdowns through the air, another on the ground. But I want to talk about your heart. How did you will your team to this win?
I mean, I got the best teammates in the world. They got no quit in them. Not one of them. No, they have no quit. And they just inspire me every time I go out there. Just the way they attack each play. I got the best teammates and the best coaches in the world. That's all I can say.
You guys were struggling at the line of scrimmage and point of attack in the first half. How did you neutralize them and find a way to make plays?
Coach Allen came up with a great game plan in the second half. And, I mean, it's all on Coach Allen. He just put us in a great position to win.
You get the onside kick, you get the ball back, and you've got a chance to win. What's going through your mind?
Don't quit. Win this thing. That's all that went through my mind.
Okay, final question for you. This senior class, you guys did something special. What does this mean to you to be the leader, and how convincing are you that this HP team will go down in history?
For me, it means to me that I formed the best brotherhood I've ever been a part of anything. I mean, I got made friends with guys I had never met before, and we're all close as all get out. And I wouldn't trade this thing for the world, and I'm so proud to say I'm a part of this.
It is a blast to watch you play. Congratulations. Go celebrate with your teammates.
Thank you so much.
Craig.
CT, thank you. On a night when Highland Park took the field in what is affectionately and humorously sometimes referred to as Jerry World. Now this is John Stevens' world tonight. So John Stephen Jones claiming this as his own tonight.
Are you suggesting that they change the ATT to JSJ? Maybe for a day.
AT&T Stadium becoming JSJ Stadium
for a day.
What a ball game. 564 passing yards. It's an all-time UIL state championship record for any classification.
Greg, you can see the intensity and the emotion in his face. He left every ounce of what he has on the field. And James Herring getting a big hug there from his safety, who actually made that last tackle that was needed to secure this state championship.
James Herring, who was banged up, came back. Also had one of many Highland Park defensive backs who had a challenge tonight with Manvel receivers getting behind them, and still at the end comes up with the play. And Kirk Martin can only tell his team, I'm sure, how much he loves them and how hard they played, because this has been a wonderful ride. And look at the quarterback. Let's pick up Kason Martin.
know we don't see it right now. We can't see nothing but loss right now. I love y'all so much, man. This is such a great team. Now, my brothers, I told y'all that, man. I don't understand it right now, but God's working, okay? Keep faith, okay? I love y'all so much. I know it's my last time putting on this uniform, but I'm forever man from Maverick. And I know y'all are too, baby. Hey, look, I don't care what the scoreboard says. We are champions, man. I love y'all so much, okay?
Words from a leader through and through.
From the heart. From the heart. And talking to his teammates for the last time in the Manvel Maverick uniform. As you said, going to North Texas. So continue to play and
Feel our hearts, God. Help us just move on to the next chapter of our lives.
Yeah, it's a great moment. You're right. Seth Luttrell's getting a good one there in Denton at North Texas. And the smiles and the celebrations there for the Highland Park Scots. The 5th state championship in school history. Win number 816 all time. It is number 1 all time in Texas high school football history. And it's going to be up there one of the greatest state championship games ever. It's certainly one of the greatest finishes, 53-49 in regulation.
And I'm telling you right now, Craig, and I stand by this. When you go down the 16 games that this Highland Park team played and you look at the scores, they very much, with maybe the exception of 1 or 2, they mirror this score. I mean, they've been in shootouts all season long, and I think that steals you over time, and you learn how to play in that environment. You learn how to never give up. You learn how to seal and convincingly win a game, and they did that tonight.
Earlier today, Sarah Merrifield asked me, said, has there ever been one of the MVPs come from a losing team? And I said, since they started this new offensive and defensive MVP, I don't think so. It's happened tonight to Priest Taylor.
Well, he certainly is deserving of it.
And
it's interesting that we just had that conversation prior to the game.
Well, with the numbers that he posted and the pressure that he put, including on the final drive, the tackle behind the line of scrimmage of Paxton Alexander for a loss of 5. On that final drive. DePriest Taylor, it may hurt and be disappointed, but he had a whale of a ball game as the defensive MVP. And as we said, no mystery whatsoever on who the offensive MVP for the state championship will be, as you see DePriest Taylor head back to his sideline. Now the moment here where John Stephen Jones, for the 2nd consecutive year, will accept the Offensive MVP award from Dr. Charles Brydup, the Executive Director of the UIL, and Dr. Susan Elzip, the Athletic Director. I think he might be a little tired.
I would say he is spent emotionally.
Yeah.
He's spent. I mean, like I said, he left it all out on the field, and it took every ounce of energy, commitment, passion, drive, dedication that he had in his body, and he gave it all tonight. And Highland Park is the beneficiary of that, winning their 2nd consecutive state championship.
So after that presentation, first of all, the state runner-up trophy to the Manvel Mavericks. And Kirk Martin and the Mavericks, see the heartbreak there. But they are going to have incredibly fond memories of this season when all is said and done, even if the game had its disappointing finish.
Great season. They played well in this game. They played well enough to win.
And there's the...
Just ran into a team that was hot, a team that has been into these types of shootouts, high-scoring games, 3 to 4 point differentials. And it's tough. Kirk Martin's done such a fantastic job, as documented earlier in the game.
There's Pops. Stephen Jones, who last year was down there and was bugging John Stephen and said, you're a champion, you're a winner, always remember that. And he gets to say it again. And the UIL State Championship trophy to be presented as Stephen hugs his son. And Randy Allen and Highland Park High School to be presented with the state championship trophy. You see Johnny Ringo, the athletic director, right there in the middle as well. Johnny, a fine coach in his own right, the AD, and Coach Allen certainly had already established his mark as the greatest coach in Highland Park history. He's one of the greatest all-time in Texas high school football history. 376 career victories now. And back-to-back state titles for the Scots. You mentioned their 5th overall. They never won back-to-back. You just heard Coach Allen say how difficult that is to do. It is. And
it's always hard to repeat. There's no doubt about that. And we talk about repeating at the high school level. Incredibly difficult because the rotation of players that go through. But when you are the state champion, you get everybody's best shot. And Highland Park took all those shots and returned them.
Well, the family, friends celebrating this and a special moment for this Highland Park football team in claiming the 5A Division I state title. And again, special moment here inside the stadium for anybody. The 24,975 in attendance, virtually 25,000 fans in attendance to see this. Everybody watching also understand what a really unique and great football game we got a chance to see tonight.
Well, and you know what else is unique? Is that the Manvel Mavericks are still on the field and they're watching. And I just have to believe that Kirk Martin wants his team to see this and be together one last time, but also see what it's like to win. So they'll have that image in their mind. Last year, or this, excuse me, at the end of last year, when they lost in the quarterfinals to Temple by 1 point, unfinished business for them. They came back this year. They played extremely well. They gave themselves a great chance to win a state championship. But as you and I have talked earlier this week and most of this week, it's hard to win a championship. Hard to win a championship. Got to get a lot of breaks, a lot of things go your way, great plays. Manvel Mavericks came up a little bit short tonight, but I think Kirk Martin is the kind of guy who will rally his team, get them back, put them on the positive side. He'll take away a positive from this. He'll come up with something, and you'll see the Manvel Mavericks back in this game.
Well, John Stephen Jones, of course, great family. And that's Grandpa right there. It's Jerry Jones with the hug. Similar scene to what we saw last year. And the family excited to see this, as it's back-to-back state titles for the Highland Park Scots, and a tremendous finish, authored first by the Scots. And how about Jerry going over to congratulate the Manvel Mavericks on their fine effort. And not only John Stephen Jones and what he did offensively, but Highland Park coming up with the defensive play it had to make at the end of the game to preserve the victory and have it being that close.
Really outstanding team. Good team.
You heard Jerry Jones say a really outstanding team, and they have been all season long, as has this team. Shook off a season-opening loss to Rockwall. Had some other close calls along the way, but never really let it get them down too much, even when they trailed in games. And think about it, they're down 14 late in the first half at 21-7. Down 11 at the half. Got the touchdown, the two-pointer, then it seesawed, but Manvel was still in front, kind of keeping the Scots at arm's length. It was 3 to 10. 21, 18, 28, 18, 28, 25, 35 to 25, 35, 32. And then after that, 42-32, 42-39. Well, 49-39, 49-46, and then the last touchdown.
Yeah, barn burner of a game, and big players from both sides making big plays.
Well, a tremendous night, not only for John Stephen Jones, and not only for Highland Park, but for Manvel and all of us who witnessed it. We all got to share in this. Our coverage of UIL football state championships continues tomorrow at 11 a.m. when Aledo takes on College Station for the 5A Division II state championship. Once again, the final score in an absolutely epic 5A Division I state championship. Highland Park 53, Manvel 49. For Shea Walker, Sarah Merrifield, Christian Steckel, and our entire crew, I'm Craig Way, inviting you to stay with us as Ford Championship Live is coming up next. The Scots make it back-to-back state titles.
Hurry, it's the